So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Stop touching that snooze button and get ready to clock in with the best morning show on the planet.
It's okay when we're singing, we're dancing, we're playing on the field, making everybody else laugh, making everybody else millions of dollars. But as soon as we have a voice, we're punished for it.
Giving you an informative dialogue with a side of fun and laughter while cutting through the noise and bringing you the real stories behind the headlines.
Look, it takes 5 minutes. Notice I'm not getting into details about what goes on in Switzerland, but those that know, you know what I'm talking about.
Get a little. And then
do it again. Do it again.
A little.
That's it.
You know what it is, Truth Nation. It's time to wake up with Milwaukee's favorite morning show.
My point is, if you're 40 or if you're still trying to push for something, it doesn't mean that it's over just because it's been delayed. Delayed doesn't mean denied.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, this is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming on YouTube.
You gotta love black folks. We gonna make a way out. What you mean, man? All you gotta do is get
I got to put a little all in it.
Go get the Robitussin so we can get this car fixed.
Here are your hosts, the effective communication coach, Denise Thomas, and two-time Emmy Award winner, Telly Hughes.
Good morning, Truth Nation. Happy Friday Eve. It is Friday Eve, Thursday. And again, I can't. Saying the dates, it's just becoming even more challenging for me because I'm like, it is literally almost September already.
Mm-hmm.
We are already almost in September. It is Thursday, August 15th, Truth Nation. Hope you are getting ready to have a great weekend. Good morning, Telly.
Good morning. How are you this morning, DT? Truth Nation, what's up?
I'm good. It's all good. Good morning, DJ Ricky.
Morning, crew. Top of the morning.
It is indeed. I'm glad, Telly, to be home.
I bet
Even
you
if
are.
it's 4 or 5 minutes.
I bet you are. I wanted to start this morning, DT, off of yesterday and just getting reaction. I am just still gloating over that ribbon cutting ceremony at Serenity Inns yesterday. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
That's so awesome.
Yes, it was.
I saw
packed.
some of your pictures on your social media. Y'all got to follow Telly. Check him out at TV Telly on Instagram. And yeah, I saw your post this morning. It was packed too.
Oh, gosh.
The room was standing room only.
Yes, it was. And there was another room. The kitchen was right next to the room where the ceremony was being held. And come to find out, the kitchen was full. Like me and Kenneth, we were talking about that because we didn't know. We were, in the room on the stage. But you had some phenomenal speakers. Milwaukee County Executive David Crawley, got to give a shout out to him. He gave a very passionate speech.
He's listening.
Yes,
good morning, David. He's listening.
Great job yesterday, brother. Same goes out to Mayor Cavalier Johnson, Marcus Johnson, Milwaukee Bucks legend. He spoke. Vin Baker was there. It was such a great day.
And what was the event again for those that didn't listen to the show yesterday? What was the event?
So this was the opening of a brand new substance use disorder treatment facility that is a part of Serenity Inns, and this is a new $3 million 6,000 square foot facility that will give people access to recovery treatment in 53208, which doesn't have a lot of access to those type of resources. And now more than 60 men per year, additional men, will be able to enter that treatment facility. And as Kenneth Genlack talked to us yesterday, Serenity Inn CEO, This is a program that is 18 months, and it's not just 6 weeks and say, okay, you're good, go back in the world. They help you find a job. They help you find somewhere to live, and as a part of your recovery. So it's an absolutely phenomenal program. And just to be there, because DT, I was there for the groundbreaking, and that was less than a year ago. So to be standing inside of a building that you basically just put a shovel into the ground 10, 11 months ago, it was so amazing. And I'm just so happy I was able to be not only a part of the groundbreaking, but the ribbon cutting ceremony yesterday.
That is awesome. It is so refreshing to hear. And, you know, the thing is with news, we do tend, and I mean, in whatever capacity that I've worked in the media, as well as been a news watcher, we know that 90% of the time when we report news, especially here in Milwaukee, it's not always the greatest.
Exactly.
This is the type of news that I love to hear because, again, it is providing a shelter. And I use that word in the literal sense of a shelter. Black men need shelter. Black men need love. Black men need to feel a sense of belonging. And what Brother Ken has created and curated, which is now into fruition, and you've got people from all over Milwaukee coming to support this groundbreaking ceremony, is just a reflection that we care.
Yeah.
We care more than what people think we do, but
Yeah.
we truly do care, and we want our black men to live.
Yeah.
We want our black men to thrive. We want our black men to know that when we see them, we don't see a thug or a criminal or someone who's going to hurt somebody else. Even in situations where they are not exhibiting, you know, quote unquote, standard behavior. So again, I am so excited for this center. I regret that I wasn't able to be there yesterday, but again, congratulations.
Yeah, it was really cool, and one of the coolest things about it was there were patients that are already at Serenity Inns, and they were working and helping out, and just getting a chance to talk to them. I talked to a few of them, and just to see the light that, man, like there's hope. There's people that care. This is a reason for me to continue to go on. This is the reason I can get better, because someone wants me to get better. And I ran into a patient, and he was like, "Hey, man, this is great." He said, I came here 60 days ago. I'm 60 days clean, and man, I'm just gonna keep it going.
Wow.
And he was
That's
just so excited, and just to see just that reignited energy to live, to keep going, and to know that people want you to get better. It was just, just the whole atmosphere was just, it was an amazing day. It really was.
Man, I know you're still beaming. And on our YouTube message board, which you can stream and watch Telly and I live right now on YouTube. Simply go to YouTube and search for 101.7 The Truth. You're going to click on that live button to see Telly and I. In our message board, Rachel says, "Hi, Telly. Thank you so much for sharing this. This is the good stuff. You may have already covered this, but is there a way to donate?"
Yes, there is, and I will get that information for you, Rachel. Thanks for asking. And that's the other thing, DT, that I failed to mention. I hate that I didn't. Now that Rachel mentioned donations, so yesterday, they're still accepting donations. This is a nonprofit, and they're trying to pay off this building. And after the ceremony yesterday, Kenneth Jinlack got a $30,000 donation.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, I mean it just keeps
right
getting
there.
better. So, Rachel, I will make sure that I get the correct information, and I'll either share it on our YouTube or I will definitely announce it here. But you can always go to serenityinns.org if I'm not mistaken. And but yes, I will find the information for you to donate if you choose to do so. And on behalf of Serenity Inns and Kenneth Jinlack, we thank you already, Rachel, because this is a an effort that takes a community. It takes a village, and yes, I will get that information to you.
And I tell you what, Rachel, because I love Rachel. You know, Rachel brought the donuts. She's just a breath of fresh air. I love Rachel. I tell you what, Rachel, you and any other Truth Nation listeners, 4 others. Let's get 5 people to commit to donating a pledge for Serenity, and I'll join with you. So I just need 4 more listeners to join our YouTube message board, or you can send us a text on our Truth Talk and text line, which is 833-212-1017. Let me and Telly know that you are planning on to donate. You don't have to reveal the amount. You can remain anonymous. But just if we can get 4 more listeners, maybe even 10.
So I'll
join in with you.
And here's the information, and they make it real easy for you. Just go to Serenity Inns. That's SerenINNS. That's Serenity Inns, oneword.org/donate. And there's a page where you can put in the amount that you would like to donate. So that's the information. If you do want to donate to Serenity Inns, that's Serenity Inns, that's with an S, .org, oneword/donate.
Now, for people like me, because you know I'm Evansville, Indiana Public School, can you just spell the website address, please, brother?
SerenITYINNS. That's Serenity Inns, oneword.org/donate.
There it is. Well, Telly, thank you so much again, and congratulations, as you were the MC yesterday in helping facilitate such an incredible and impactful event. When we come back, speaking of black men, Telly and I, we want to dedicate today's show to a legend that passed away this past weekend. And when I received the news, which was yesterday, it was completely devastating. So we come back, we're going to talk about this. We want to hear from you as well. The Truth Talk and text line is 833-212-1017. You're listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We'll be back.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
When you mix anything with white supremacy, it fails. I think feminism is great. I really do. I want women to be as feminist as they want to be and fight for their rights, because as a man, I literally lose nothing. That's the same mode of thinking where people believe if African Americans have total equality and fairness, that white people are going to lose something. No, they won't lose anything.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Milwaukee Black Talk.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
1017 The Truth, Sherwin Hughes for Axe Housing. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. If you work with Axe Housing, you'll average around $800 a month. No matter what barriers you think you are facing, Axe Housing will have a coach on staff that can assist you today. You can get started on a virtual home buying orientation by going to axhousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. And you can be well on your way to becoming a homeowner. Do not let where you are financially today get in the way of your bright future. Axe coaches are here to help. That's axhousing.org.
Truth Nation, it is Ben Jammin from Jammin' with Juice, and I want you to join me and my Truth team at our free free and open to the public. Second annual True Family Fest, Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. There will be live music, free haircuts for kids, free backpacks filled with school supplies, and delicious food. We can't wait to see you on Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The True Family Fest is presented by Associated Bank. Your money works here.
Do you know or work with kids who have special healthcare needs? Help them live their best lives. Contact Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network. Our specialists will connect you with services in your area. Wisconsin Wayfinder is free and confidential. Call 877-947-2929 or visit dhs.wi.gov/WISCWAY. Connect today. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Good morning, good morning. It is Friday Eve. Hope you are having a great kickoff to the weekend because as far as I'm concerned, the weekend starts today.
Oh, yeah.
It starts today.
Yeah.
Really quick, I forgot to mention this when we kicked off our show, Telly. Yesterday, so I was speaking at a conference in Atlanta, and the conference was for African American financial professionals. It's actually called CAAFP. And this year they had the conference, and as you know, Telly, I was telling you, the beautiful brand new hotel, the Signia Hilton. Anyway, we had some great guest general session speakers, including Donna Brazile.
Okay.
So she spoke yesterday, and I'm sorry?
I say I'm a huge fan of hers.
Yes. She received a standing ovation. If you were not familiar with Donna Brazile, just to put it in layman's terms, there's Chuck Schumer and there's Donna Brazile. Donna Brazile was the first black woman to chair the Democratic National Party, starting with when Vice President Al Gore was running for president. She also was the campaign manager for both Hillary Clinton, a number of other notable, but she is when you need an answer, when you need to get things done,
yes,
anything to do with the Democratic National Party, you are calling a black woman, and her name is Donna Brazile. She is a living legend. I was able to take a picture with her and have a brief conversation. Now, during her commentary or her remarks, it was obviously Telly, and I'm not mad at her because she literally is on her way to Chicago right now. It was a campaign for the Democratic Party. I mean, she was giving out facts, stats, and just really putting in perspective why black people as a community must vote for Harris Waltz versus former President Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Then, what was incredible was yesterday, I got the chance, and I mean, Telly, we had a sit down, I would say 3-minute conversation as well as a photo. Coach Dawn Staley, amazing leader, amazing human being. She had just came back from Paris.
Oh, wow.
And
she was there, man.
She was a delegate. She was an Olympic delegate. So she told the story about how, during the Olympics, they had to go, everywhere. And she said that she's not starstruck, but she did get an opportunity to meet her GOAT, her favorite athlete, Tom Brady.
Oh,
so
wow.
she shared that story. When she and I had a chance to talk, first of all, I was like, look, I know that you get this all the time. I know you receive this all the time, but just thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for what you've done to elevate women, especially women of color, in sports at both the collegiate and professional level. And her team told us, when I say us, the speakers and the people that were on the planning team, no pictures, do not talk to her. When she comes in, just let her go in the green room and let her walk on stage. I'm not gonna lie, Telly, when I first heard that, I was like, that doesn't sound like Dawn Staley.
I was about to say, she's a North Philly girl. Like, she ain't walking in like that.
Man, Telly. So when she comes in, okay, she's very casual. Mm-hmm. Looks great. Looks like she just came back from Paris. And
she's not a very big woman either. She's kind of small.
Because what am I? I'm probably 5'7"? So she's got to be I would say 5'5". Yeah. She was not as tall as me, and I'm not tall. And anywho, so I walked up to her and I said, Coach, I know that we're not supposed to. She said, girl, come back here. She said, my people, they be exaggerating and doing the most. And so when she said that, I was like, thank you, because I was starting to be like, now you ain't one of them type people, are you?
And that's the problem a lot of times, that you'll have a team that's trying to speak for you, and it's like, look, you don't know how I'm gonna feel. Like, there may be a day where I don't feel like doing all the autographs and stuff, but 9 times out of 10, like, I don't mind. But you'll have a team, but she may not feel like doing that today. Like, how you gonna tell me how another grown person gonna feel? Like, so I'm glad, because like you said, that didn't even sound like Dawn Staley. Like, come on.
And you are so right.
But just through interviews and stuff, she doesn't seem like she would be.
No.
Yeah.
No, Telly, you are so right, because that's exactly what she said. She said, man, my people, they be, And I was so happy. Now, the thing is, when we took the picture, now, Telly, you know how I am. So the picture was taken. I looked at it. She looked at it, and she was like, oh, that's what's up. And I'm thinking, I don't look like $5.8 million in this picture with Dawn Staley. And I wanted to be like, retake. But when you take pictures with celebrities, there's no retake, okay? But I'm going to post the picture on my Instagram. You can follow me or connect with me at Real Comp Coach. But I was just like, that, ladies, you know how we are. I'm like, we need to do a redo, but you can't ask Dawn Staley. Coach Dawn Staley to do.
No, that's what's up. That is cool.
Yeah. It was a really good conference. And again, shout out to all the African-American financial professionals from all over the country that were there. It was probably about a good 1,300 people in one room.
Wow.
So it was incredible.
Brazil,
now, before
Dawn Staley.
Man,
wow.
What? Got pictures with both.
Wow.
Now, by the way, with Donna Brazil, we did do a retake. She wasn't happy with the outcome.
She wasn't.
She said, let's do that again. I said, yes, let's do it one more again. That's why I know she real. Speaking of Donna Brazil, really quick before we move into some local news, the Democratic National Convention has announced a full daytime convention programming. So as the DNC will kick off next week in Chicago, the Democratic National Convention beginning August 19th, there will be a debut, Telly and Truth Nation, of Dem-Palooza. These will be part of the Chicago Convention programming, or the Democratic National Convention programming that will take place in Chicago, and it is open to all. Now, the reason why this is so important, because it will be led by the DNC, the Harris for President campaign, and other partner organizations on a broad range of topics in various formats, from trainings on how to use organizing tools like the Reach app. There'll be conversations focusing on how we message, how to go to the polls. Very, very focused on skill building workshop in terms of showcasing not only the voting process, but there will be speakers. So Dem-Palooza will be debuting. Dem-Palooza during the Democratic National Convention in Chicago beginning August 19th. As more information comes, I'll provide that as well, or Telly and I will provide that as well. But if you are planning to attend the Democratic National Convention, it is going to be very engaging, very informative, and very educational across all aspects of this election, as well as voting, as well as going to the polls, as well as registering. So again, make sure that you visit the DNC 2024 website and learn more. But it is going to be open to all people.
Man, I've always been a champion of information. The more information you can get, and I like that approach just from a personal standpoint, because give us reasons, give us facts, give us things that we can spew over and see if these are things that we are interested in. I mean, because there's some people that may not feel or may feel pressured to just vote for Harris because they're black. And no one should feel pressure to vote for anybody for any reason other than what they want to vote for them for. So for the Democrats to be not only just making this, I mean, not just a big gathering spot in Chicago for all Democrats, they're making sure that you are educated on what's going on, what some of the voting laws are. So what are some of the exercises to get voters out? And yeah, I think that's a really good thing.
And Telly, I'm glad that you think that. We did just receive more information, so let me just share this with you, Truth Nation. The Dempalooza trainings and briefings are going to be held every day in McCormick Place. That's a signature landmark venue in Chicago, and more specifically towards the south side, between 1 p.m. Central Time and 4:45 p.m. Central Time. Attendees will have over 40 events to choose from over the course of the week, with programming led by the DNC, the Harris Waltz campaign. And just to give you some examples really quick of the Dempalooza events that will be hosted during the DNC, one is everything you need to know about Trump's Project 2025 agenda, documentary screening of In the Bubble with Jamie, featuring DNC Chair Jamie Harrison, cultivating a unified vision, embedding DE&I, or that's diversity, equity, inclusion, in progressive politics, tools for the party, 2024 DNC tech infrastructure. Now, as far as the Harris Waltz campaign, there will be a session regarding Project 2025, organizing your friends and family, investing in communities, building winning coalitions, and protecting the vote, effective strategies to make sure every vote counts. So those will all be a part of Dempalooza during the Democratic National Convention inside the McCormick Place every day of the convention from 1 p.m. to 4:45 p.m. and it is open to all.
Yes, and that is, again, I think a really good thing, because it helps you navigate through some of these states that have suppressed the black vote and have done things to hinder you from voting. And so it's important for you to know these things before November comes. And you don't want November to get here and then realize that they're not going to allow you to vote because of whatever reason. So this is a really good thing, because each state is different, and you get an opportunity to find out how I can not only get myself out there to vote, but get others to vote where they're not being restricted from voting.
I couldn't have said it better, Telly. Go out. It's down the street to Chicago. If you want to learn more, if you want to hear more about policies and agenda, anything to do from voting all the way to understanding, take advantage of Dempalooza during the upcoming DNC. We come back. Again, we have lost another king. We've lost another king, a legend in the media industry, and specifically black radio. We come back, we're going to talk about this brother who has passed recently, as we dedicate today's show in his honor. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Stay tuned. We will be back.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome to another episode of Analysis, man.
From Buck superstar Giannis.
You know, and then I'm going to like Chris at the time. What did coach mean? What do you...
And even Green Bay QB Jordan Love. There's only one call for these conversations.
I've never been in a Lambo, and I have to, right? What is this Lambo league?
Tune in to the Thanalysis Show, presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Find it today on Apple, Spotify, and anywhere you get podcasts.
Check out Jammin' with Juice, where it's amazingly juicy.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up though, y'all little brothers, y'all little sisters, y'all doing good. I don't think y'all know how good y'all doing it.
Thank you.
Because y'all, it's hard to get the young people to talk about these important issues.
Like, let's say you washing your body, you washing your hair, you wash your face, you cleaned your ears, you got behind them ears, you brushed your teeth, your makeup off, you done exfoliated, you done shaved. Why not brush your teeth in the shower? Why not use the bathroom in the shower? As we wrap up the show with a bow, I'm flaming, bitch. You was looking up to Steve Harvey, bro.
He was a positive black man, you know.
I feel
had
it.
a good show. He had some swag.
He was a music teacher.
He was the music teacher.
You love music.
Yeah. Shoot, he was messing around with the principal. Like, come on now.
He thought he was playing.
Yeah. He's a king of comedy. This man doing it. I want to be like Steve. What's up, my jammer?
What's up, guys? You know what? I just want to say you guys are the best thing rocking at 12 noon. You guys just bring so much energy to 12 o'clock. I don't even be wanting to eat my lunch because I want to hear what Big Jamming and Naughty Juice got to say.
You sitting at the crib, you watching TV, and your life's passing you by. You keep procrastinating over and over. Maybe I'll go to school next year, maybe next month. No, do it right now. You can do it after work, and you can do it before work. Just do whatever you need to do to graduate. There's definitely a line when it comes to just enhancing your beauty versus like completely altering your entire body in more ways than one to look completely different.
From the 414 to everyone across the globe, Jammin' with Juice is here for you. Check out Jammin' with Juice daily on YouTube. A Brewers Group outing is the best way to celebrate any special occasion. You can count on the Brewers to host an event your crew won't forget. Brewers account reps make your day at the ballpark a breeze. Start planning your group outing now at brewers.com/groups.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
Things starting to get a little bit wet out there. We've got some delays along westbound 94 heading through the Stadium Interchange, eastbound as well. We've got westbound 894 backing up between 27th Street and Loomis. A little bit southbound 41 as well, just south of Silver Spring heading towards Hampton. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Windy, rain likely with a few storms, a high of 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and storms, a low of 69. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Truth Nation. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told, with DT and Telly. It is Thursday, August the 15th. I received this news yesterday. And Telly, actually what had happened, I had received the news as I had just landed, and I went to social media, and 101.7 The Truth came into my feed. So we reported, or we gave a tribute to this brother who I have known, I would say for at least 10 or 12 years. We weren't one of those friends that spoke every day, but when we did, He was so sweet, so kind, just a loving brother. Had a signature voice. But if you have not heard, and I believe Sherwin had talked about Keon on his show yesterday, but Keon Jackson Malone, legend in black radio, legend in radio, in media in its totality. And for many of us who knew Keon, we knew him for his work at WNOV, which is another black talk radio station. And he passed away. I believe he passed away Saturday. And once he did not show up for work at WNOV, the WNOV team members went to his house and found that he had passed. And again, Keon Jackson Malone, he was always thinking about his community. He loved Milwaukee. He loved black people. He had a special show, The Man Show, which aired on WNOV for 11 years. So I know there's been all over Milwaukee, Telly, as you and I discussed this yesterday, there's not one station that did not cover Keon's passing, which is a reflection on the impact that he had, not only in the black community, but the entire community of southeastern Wisconsin. So let's first listen to this audio that came from CBS 58 about Keon Jackson Malone, 46-year-old legend in black radio, in radio, and in media. Check this out.
Well, hearts are heavy tonight after a much-loved radio talk show host in the black community passed away suddenly.
As CBS 58's Michelle Fiore talked to friends of Keon Jackson Malone about this unexpected loss.
He brought a happiness to our workplace. Our staff was devastated when they found out the news.
When Keon Jackson Malone didn't show up for work, Tamika Vukovic knew something was wrong.
We broke the door down and we found him there.
The 46-year-old spent his life helping others.
Once Keon decided you were important to him, you were immediately family.
Every week to address this if it's for 5 minutes.
Jackson Malone had a weekly show, The Man Show, airing on WNOV, where he worked for 11 years.
His show was like a combination, like 48 Hours, Jerry Springer, Dr. Phil.
That's what he did. He empowered other young boys and men and his brothers and anyone in the community who needed that.
His philanthropy extended to helping families at Atkinson Park, where he hosted an annual event with fun activities and home-cooked food.
It was something that was near and dear to his heart. It was everything. It meant everything to him to make sure that it would take place every year here at Atkinson Park.
Talk is circulating now to honor Jackson Malone by trying to rename Atkinson Park for him.
A void is missing now in our city, in our community, in our hearts. Because, like I said, he was well respected, well loved.
Jackson.
There was a balloon release yesterday, and a prayer vigil will be held today at Atkinson Park, which is located at 936 West Atkinson here in Milwaukee. And my understanding is that they are seeking to honor Keon by attempting to rename the Atkinson Park in his name.
Oh, wow.
But rest in heaven.
Yeah,
Keon, I will miss you very much.
Yeah, as I told you yesterday, DT, I did not know him personally. I know I've probably been in places where he was, but I didn't know him. But it's one thing about if everybody is saying the same thing, it has to be true. And I've only heard about the selflessness, him caring about the people of Milwaukee, his community, and all the things that he was doing in a positive way. So I know, and speaking to Tory Lowe, he was just saying how much of a loss this is, a huge loss for the community.
It is.
This was someone that was making a difference, and people knew it. And even Tory told me, he said, you may not have known him because he was always around, but he wasn't always visible, meaning that he was always into something, but he didn't have to tell you that's what he was doing. And he said he was just always doing the small things for the community to keep it together and things of that nature. So nothing but respect for Keon, and it's just unfortunate that he was taken from this community far too soon at the age of 46.
And I'm so tired. I am so sick and tired of reading the news of black men who haven't even reached the age 50.
Yeah.
And, you know, Keon, again, was one of those brothers where he made you, as soon as you met him, he would make you feel so special. There were, you know, during my formative years of trying to get into radio, Keon always would let me come, he and Michelle Bryant, and be a guest on the show. And, you know, it's always people that believe in you, that give you those types of platforms and opportunities without expecting anything in return. They just want to help you and see you shine. That was Keon. Keon was for the people. And I'm tired of constantly reporting about black men, especially those under the age of 50. We have to take care of each other. We have to take care of ourselves. I cannot take reporting about another black man in this community, in this country, in this world that hasn't even reached the age of, that is too young.
Yeah.
46 years old. And I mean, I'm not trying to get in the way of whatever God's plans was for Keon, but I do know that whenever we have to talk about another black man under the age of 50, under the age of 60, dying suddenly, we have to take care of ourselves much better than we are.
Yes.
And please, Truth Nation, stop taking advice from people about your health that aren't healthy. And I'm going to leave it at that. Stop taking advice from people who are not healthy, because people who are not healthy and do not put their health in the forefront of their priority have no business telling you what you should and should not do with your body.
Yes.
But we have to get healthier. Even if you walk 10 minutes a day, baby steps, because Keon, man, that brother, he's missed. And like I said, with death, there's no coming back. Put your health first. Take baby steps. Yeah. Move your heart. Yeah. Eat better. Eat smaller portions. Trust me, Telly will tell you, I used to be 215 pounds as a 5'6" woman. And I lost 62 pounds. Didn't nobody tell me to do it. Didn't nobody make me do it. Get healthy. We have to get healthy. I don't want to report on any other black men dying suddenly. Take care of you. Yeah. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, and quit taking advice from people who visibly aren't healthy about your health. Get me started up in here. Look at Telly's face. When we come back, we're going to get more into some top stories, including Usher Baby. Usher Baby then ruffled some feathers. When we get back, we're going to talk about that, as well as we've got a special guest coming at the top of the hour. You're listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told, with DT and Telly. We'll be back.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
Man, I don't think it's about training. They can detain and subdue white people just fine. Right. Mm-hmm. It's when it's black men in particular that they feel that it's going to be a punitive measure. Negro, we're going to put you in your place. Come on. And that happens far too often in America, whether it's George Floyd and now Devontae Mitchell. The hell with training. This is about bias.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Welcome to a la carte at the zoo. May I take your order?
Yes, I'll have the tater tots, a guitar solo, and a side of otter splashes, please.
Excellent choice. Coming right up.
Don't miss Milwaukee's wildest combination of food, music, and fun. It's a la carte at the zoo. Presented by Meyer, August 15th through 18th. Sample food from local vendors. Live music from headliners such as Deep Blue Something.
And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's?
Parmalee.
She feels like Carolina, looks like California.
And the legendary Wailers. All while taking in the spectacular sights and sounds of the zoo. It's a feast for the senses. See why a la carte at the zoo has become a can't-miss Milwaukee summer tradition. Get tickets in advance at any Tri-City National Bank or MilwaukeeZoo.org. Doors open daily at 9:30 a.m.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you are an African American or Hispanic adult with type 2 diabetes, the University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016. And ask Delicia about Enrich.
Are you passionate about helping your community? Join us. Milwaukee County Aging and Disability Services is hosting a hiring event on Wednesday, August 21st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Zufari Conference Center. We're recruiting for supervisors, staff, and more. Come meet our team and learn how you can make a difference. On-the-spot applications and interviews available. Mark your calendars for Wednesday, August 21st, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Zufari Conference Center located at 9715 West Blue Mound Road. We can't wait to see you there.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good morning, Truth Nation. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told, with DT and Telly on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Make sure that you stream and watch Telly and I live right now on YouTube. Again, rest eternally in peace to Keon, our brother who passed away. Legend in our community. We will miss you. We love you. And Telly, I truly do pray that they change the name of Atkinson Park to the maybe Jackson Malone Park in honor of Keon.
What a honor that would be, and a lot of times you do the work not expecting anything, any sort of gratification for it, but this is someone who truly did the work based off of the care and the love for the people in his community, and that would be a great way to honor him. DVJ hit us up on our YouTube message board and said, one thing it does is reinforce the need to check on your friends and family to make sure we're all good. And can't state that enough, especially for the people that live by themselves. You want to make sure that there is, it was unfortunate that his coworkers realized that it wasn't him to not show up for work and then went to go check on him. And as DT was saying before the break, it is important for you to prioritize your health. And sometimes that means having those uncomfortable conversations with the people you love. And it's coming out of love. I dealt with this. My mom was obese. And we used to always, we meaning me and my siblings, used to always talk to her about trying to get healthy. And it was always an uncomfortable situation. She really wasn't trying to hear it. But again, we were doing it out of love, and you will get some attitude back sometime. You will get somebody saying, oh, you think I'm fat, or oh, you think I'm this, or you think I'm that. But the reality is, you got to have those uncomfortable conversations if you want these loved ones to be around for longer.
And it's not about somebody thinking you're fat. It's about someone realizing how much you mean to them. And they're saying it's not about being fat. It's about being unhealthy. Yes. I cannot articulate. I truly, I thought about this last night as I was praying for Keon's family, and so many people across the African American community, the community as a whole, so many people are just mourning Keon's passing. And, I was thinking to myself yesterday, when I had friends, and I shared that story without even knowing about Keon's passing yesterday on the show, Telly, where I was like, look, a couple of my friends pulled me to the side and be like, you have to lose some weight. And, we need to start, because see, what we've become now is a society where if you talk about someone's size, that's body shaming. Now, if I walk up to you, Telly, and be like, oh man, you are fat. You are a fat person. You fatty. That's insulting. But if I come up to you and Telly, you've lost a number of pounds, and you've made sure that you became a vegan as part of your health and wellness journey, just like I lost 62 pounds. You need that friend that's going to say, hey man, look, we love you. We need you. All that weight you're carrying, that's not healthy. Yeah. What do you need from me to support you? I'll go to the doctor with you. But, there's this stigma in our community. We have been socialized as, and as black women, Aunt Jemimas, big, obese, heavy women. That's the image. And it's not about you being fat or not fat. It's about you being healthy. Yeah. I've seen a number of women that are, 5'7", 5'8", and taller that are over 200 pounds in great shape. So I want to be clear. This is not about saying that somebody's fat. It's about being able to, you said to your point, Telly, hey man, look, let's walk 10 minutes every morning or every afternoon. Let's walk 30.
And it shouldn't be always being invited to the bar. Like, so everybody's so quick to go to a bar, but if you say, hey, let's go for a 15-minute run, it's, hey, man, I ain't about to be doing all that. And a lot of times these are just these ideologies that, oh, you're supposed to get bigger, you're getting older and all these things, but you don't have to abide by those, and you could dispel those. I think that as we talked about yesterday, as you get older, you want to get better. And for me, I want to be slimmer. I want to be 1 pound less than I was the year before. And if you just take baby steps like that, then you monitor your weight, but it's not even just about weight. I mean, I'm glad you made that clear. It's about your health. It's about your breathing. Yes, it's about carrying all that extra stuff. If you're carrying around a lot of extra weight and extra baggage, your heart has to work harder, and there's a lot of things that have to work harder just because it has to carry and maintain your size.
That's why I get so frustrated, Telly, when I hear certain people say, you're body shaming. How am I body shaming? Number one, when I used to be, and I can say this about me and Telly, I've shown you pictures, I used to be fat. I'm 48 years old. I've been fat the majority of my life. This is year 4 that I've been able to sustain a healthy weight. But I get so frustrated, especially in our community, when people will say that's body shaming. How is that body shaming? Right. When in our community, especially, black women and black men are dying more than any other demographic from cardiovascular disease. That is the number one killer within black women. It is obviously a significant contributing factor to black men's death. Next time you hear somebody say that's body shaming, tell them to be quiet. I'm trying to save this person's life.
Exactly.
I want this person to live as long as they can in a healthy state of mind. Yeah. On our Truth Talking text line, Akpan says, that brother is a great man. He helped me through some of the darkest times of my life. My regards and my prayers to the family. This is Mr. Blake. He is a great person. He helped me be better. That's why I am better, because of the hope that he gave me. And Mr. McGee, and take you, Tori Sherwin, thank you to you, Tori Sherwin, the whole crew. I appreciate you all. Men need each other. Absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. Blake.
And we have to stick around.
And thank you for sharing that.
Yes. I mean, if your fathers, your husbands, and you have family, you have people that are depending on you to be around. So do what you can to make sure you are around.
Because I ain't never, and I go to the doctor at least twice a year. I ain't never heard the doctor tell me, Denise, don't go to the gym. Go to the bar.
Right.
Never heard him say that. Right. If anything, he's like, Denise, you're in great health, but your liver, your liver needs a little help. But you're doing great. And yes, the gym is a great place to start. Outside is a great place to start. There is space for everyone. But whatever you do, go somewhere where you can be active and quit taking advice from people about your health that aren't in a great health condition themselves.
Yeah.
Moving on. I just had to get because seriously, I'm so frustrated with seeing our community not living to be 80, 90.
Yeah. And
my grandmother lived to be 106, and she took care of herself.
And DT, this really hit home even in an indirect way, because I got an email last night about our high school reunion coming up next year. It'll be 30 years. And it made me think about the people that I went to high school with that are no longer here, that are not going to be at this reunion. And it's and for various reasons, not just not being able to make it to 50 years old. Like, that is, you got to do something about that. If you can do something about that.
I'm so, Keon, I love you, brother. I miss you already. Thank you for everything that you did for Milwaukee, for the state of Wisconsin, for our community at WNOV. And again, Telly and I want to send our sincerest thoughts, prayers, and condolences to the WNOV family. A special shout out to my sister from another Mr. Michelle Bryant, because I know her and Keon were extremely close. But again, 101.7 The Truth wants to send our sincerest condolences, thoughts, and prayers to Keon Jackson Malone and his family. Rest eternally in peace and rest eternally in heaven. You will not be forgotten. Your legend will live on.
Yes. I totally echo that.
Thank you for that. And again, we want to dedicate today's show, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, to Keon Jackson Malone, who passed this past Saturday and was found by his colleagues on Sunday. And again, we want to continue to celebrate his life. So thank you so much. And I just can't take it personally, y'all. Truth Nation, I cannot take reading another headline about another black man under the age of 50 passing away. We must do better. Take care of you. Take care of you. When we come back at the top of the hour, we've got a special guest. Speaking of health and wellness, who's going to give us more information. There is a state of emergency in the black community, and we've got a special guest partner that's going to give us more information on how we can help alleviate this emergency in our community. Also, we're going to talk about Usher, baby. Usher has ruffled some feathers in regards to his upcoming tour, as well as Truth or Dare in the second hour. You were listening to the best morning show on planet Earth. Stay locked in. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Friday Night Lights officially lives here. 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette University High School Championship football. Be sure to tune in every Friday night at 7 p.m. as we bring you some of the best gridiron action in the area. Marquette Hilltoppers football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Left's Lucky Town, Liberty Engineering, Boyle Fredrickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School.
Attention, Milwaukee County. When it comes to stroke, every second counts. Remember to be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T.
B, balance. Are you having trouble with coordination or balance? E, eyes. Sudden blurred or double vision. Have you lost sight in one eye or both? F, face drooping. Is your smile lopsided or your face numb or drooping? A, arm weakness. Are you having difficulty reaching for things? Does your arm drift downward when placed in front of you? S, speech difficulty. Is it difficult to speak? Try saying, the sky is blue. Does that come out correctly? T, terrible headache. Are you having pain in your head? Experiencing more than one of these symptoms? Time to call 911.
Remember, recognizing these signs and acting fast can save a life. If you or someone you know experiences these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. This message is brought to you by the Milwaukee County Office of Emergency Management. Stay informed, stay safe.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Vice President Kamala Harris.
Talk with your listeners to remind them of their power and the importance of voting. And the folks in Milwaukee turned out for me and Joe Biden in 2020. You showed what was possible.
U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you a racist?
Absolutely not.
Is Donald Trump a racist?
Absolutely not. No.
And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
Thank you all for speaking truth to power. That's the most important thing, because right now there are those in our community who would rather we just be quiet.
Right.
We have to disturb the peace now more than ever.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk. Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Please make sure that if you are in front of a desktop, laptop, tablet, any kind of screen, and you're not driving, make sure you go to YouTube where you can stream and watch Telly and I live right now on our YouTube channel, 101.7 The Truth. Also, you definitely want to tune in right now because we have live in the studio a very, very, very special guest representing one of our partners. Jasmine Johnson is in the building. Good morning, Jasmine.
Well, good morning, Denise Thomas. What's good with you, DT?
It's so good to see you, sis. So I'm a little bit biased, y'all, when it comes to Jasmine, because Jasmine is one of my longtime dearest friends. I'm going to try to make sure I stay professional, but I am biased, and I'm not going to talk about her son, who's like this living legend, who's going to be president of the United States and an NBA player at the same time. I'm already putting out there. Okay, let's get back to the subject at hand. Jasmine, thank you so much for being here. Now, Jasmine, there is, I'm sorry?
You wouldn't be talking about Jeremiah, would you?
The Jeremiah Johnson. But again, I digress. That's why I said
Jeremiah stories.
I got some Jeremiah stories too, now.
I bet you do. But look, see, I'm already getting off track. So you know what, Telly? You are the two-time Emmy Award-winning broadcasting journalist. I'm gonna let you. In all seriousness, we have Jasmine Johnson here from Versity, which is a primary blood provider contingent upon donations. And there is right now And this is why I love Versity as a partner, because they made sure that they said, hey, look, we got to be on the show tomorrow because the entire state of Wisconsin is experiencing an emergency blood shortage. So, Jasmine, thank you for being here. What are some things that we need to know about in terms of this blood shortage emergency?
Well, first and foremost, we are blessed to have the partnership of The Truth, and it's an honor to be here with you and Telly today. But at Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, as you mentioned, DT, we are the sole, exclusive, as in only blood provider for every single hospital in southeast Wisconsin and many others across the upper part of the state. So when we have to issue an emergency appeal for blood donations, it's not something that should be taken lightly. It's actually a very scary place to be in. And so what that means is we've experienced a large number of blood donation appointment cancellations and a tremendous amount of appointment no-shows. I understand it's summer, right? The weather's really been nice here in Wisconsin. But with that being said, people are moving around, vacations, now in the summer preparing for back to school. But trauma incidents, they don't take summer vacations. And so my great-grandmother used to always say, if only the morning knew what the afternoon saw. No one wakes up and is expecting a traumatic car accident or, a diagnosis, or your firstborn baby is born prematurely and ends up in the NICU. And so when we're experiencing over 3,500 donors with appointments that have been missed in the last, several weeks, it's a very critical time. And so it's an honor to be here with you and getting the message across to the Truth Nation and all of the listeners.
We're being joined live in studio with Jasmine Johnson, VP of Donor Relations from Versity. And as Jasmine just said, there is an emergency with the blood shortage here in southeast Wisconsin. Jasmine, I see that the need for type O blood is especially critical. Why is type O so critical to get more donations for?
Well, the need for type O, as you mentioned, Telly, is extremely critical because that's the universal blood, right? And so being able to have universal units on the shelf at any given point is a necessity. And really there's true consequence. Like, first and foremost, if you're not O neg, O pos, we still need you. So I don't want you to feel left out and not counted. But, when we talk about what is the consequence of not having adequate blood supply is when that inventory gets low, it jeopardizes the health and the safety of patients who rely on blood-saving blood transfusions. In some cases, many hospitals are forced to postpone surgeries and other critical treatments, and that is what we are hoping to prevent. So it is definitely a very severe call to action and asking, all of our listeners to consider making a blood donation, especially, for our community population and a lot of the Truth listeners. We may know someone with sickle cell disease. A sickle cell patient, primarily coming from the African American community, they average 1,000 units every single year that is needed and required for them to maintain, just livelihood. And so it impacts those that we know, whether it's, as I mentioned before, car accidents or even transplant procedures. Those go at risk when we do not have a strong and adequate blood supply.
Now, Jasmine, you had mentioned earlier, and as we are providing this emergency blood appeal, you had mentioned earlier that there has been a significant number of blood donation appointment cancellations and no-shows. As we are appealing to our community to donate more blood, there obviously is still some stigmatizing regarding donating blood in our community. What is attributing to this significant number of cancellations and no-shows that we can address to encourage and further educate people against these myths or these stigmas that are creating these cancellations and no-shows?
Well, I think the cancellation and no-shows is really coming from those donors who, it's been hot outside, Some folks want still some hot girls, some hot boy summers, and, the weather's going to start shifting amongst us here in Milwaukee. And so when it's like, oh, happy hour? My homegirl texted me, let's go get this round. I'm going to go do that because I can make another blood appointment, right? And so the need for people to consider making and then keeping, but then all of those individuals who may have not given before. So to address those stigmas, trust in the healthcare system and the equation is something to be aware of. And obviously, with being in healthcare for over 20 years, I understand like why there is trauma in our community and distrust. But that is why I've leaned in and made my professional career really tied to healthcare and learning a lot around blood and how only humans can give blood to other humans. And so my ask would be whether some folks are like, I don't like needles, but then I look at them, they got a whole arm sleeve. You like enough needles getting tatted.
Great point.
We can only do this for someone else, right? Even if and when technology advances and they can manufacture blood, I don't think I want blood from a 3D printer. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to do that. So only humans can give blood to other humans. And when you can make an appointment and in less than a half an hour save up to 3 lives, that's impact. And although you may never meet the individual whose lives that you have saved, it's a lot of our cousins in these car accidents. It's a lot of us and our family members who have been victims of gun violence, and it's those blood units that have saved our cousins, our loved ones and family members. So it is really our responsibility to ensure that if and when a tragedy does happen, and if we have been impacted, it's our way of giving back.
Yes. And you really don't understand the importance of it until you are in that situation where a loved one does need a blood transfusion and you realize that there's no blood to even do that. So this is an emergency, and I'm glad that you all have called it that. And just tell the people that are eligible, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that think, oh, man, I can't give blood, or I'm this or I'm that. So please tell people, the people that are eligible to donate blood.
But first and foremost, don't opt out. Come in and go through the process, because you may be surprised that you indeed are eligible to vote. But as I mentioned, it takes, an hour door to door. You're in the chair for less than 25 minutes, but obviously we have to go, to your point, Telly, through all of the medical, take the vitals and things of that nature. Anyone that is the age of 16 or older, now obviously if you're 16, you need parental consent, but 16 or older, you're in good health, you meet eligibility requirements, we're encouraging you to give. As I mentioned, parental consent for those that are 16 and 17, and you should just bring your photo ID that includes your date of birth. And that is really, the determination of getting to the door in order to begin the process of eligibility.
Well, Jasmine, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say to schedule.
Yes.
Schedule that appointment. It's super simple. 1-877 be a hero, because that is exactly what you would be. And that is 1-877 be a hero, which translates to 877-232-4376. And for all those tech savvy folks out there, it's simple. Versity.org. VERSITI.org. And of course, just walk on in. We're going to welcome you.
Well, Jasmine, I was going to tell you, I just made sure to post the website as well as the number to schedule an appointment in our YouTube message board. Again, it is versity.org, VERSITI.org. To schedule an appointment, you can also call 877-232-4376. So again, I did just post that in the YouTube message board, so you can feel free to go to our YouTube channel, 101.7 The Truth, to get that information on how you can donate blood by scheduling an appointment with Versity.
Or just pull up.
Just pull up.
Just pull up.
There's 10 locations.
Pull up, right? Like JD Vance.
Yeah. 10 locations, 2 of which are in Milwaukee. One on 2153 North Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. The other one in Milwaukee is 638 North 18th Street. But there are 10 locations all across southeast Wisconsin. So if you want to give blood, there's no reason for you not to, correct?
Absolutely.
And on our YouTube message board, Jasmine, I know you got to leave as you are changing lives and saving lives. On our YouTube message board, Gerardo says, last September, I received over 14 pints of type O. Thank you, donors. I, too, donate to pay it forward. Would there ever be, there's a question for you, Jasmine. Would there ever be a tax credit or discount on medical bills by donating?
Well, that is definitely something from a policy perspective that should be looked upon. And I will say, even from a service perspective, we have a lot of our high school students and college students and even a lot of service organizations who leverage giving donations of blood as public service and getting volunteer service hours. But I know a lot of employers, they host us throughout their corporate realm and have allowed their employees to stay punched in on the clock as well. But being able to do a tax credit, that's very interesting. That's putting my government relations hat on. I never even considered that, but that's something I'll definitely take back to the office. Okay. And whoever put that chat in the box there, I would love to talk to you more about that in that donor chair. So reach out.
There it is.
Well, there you go, Gerardo. That's why I love Jasmine. Let me tell you, if Jasmine Johnson says she's going to get something done, she's going to get it done. She's a GSD. She gets stuff done. Yeah. Although that's usually not with the S word that I use, but for today we'll say stuff.
Well, I'm in great company.
She's a GSD lady.
The same thing could be said about you as well as Telly. Thank you all so much for having me.
Thank you. That's Jasmine Johnson, VP of Donor Relations for Versity. Thank you for joining us again. If you can, get out and donate blood. There is an emergency shortage here in southeast Wisconsin. And the information, once again, you could call 1-877-BE-A-HERO, which is 1-877-232-4376, or visit versity.org. Or as Jasmine said, just pull up. They take walk-in donors as well. Everyone is welcome. Jasmine, again, thank you for joining us and getting that information out. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. More after the break.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it is Ben Jammin from Jammin' with Juice, and I want you to join me and my Truth team at our free and open to the public second annual Truth Family Fest Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. There will be live music, free haircuts for kids, free backpacks filled with school supplies, and delicious food. We can't wait to see you on Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Truth Family Fest is presented by Associated Bank. Your money works here.
When your child has an asthma attack, it's terrifying. You grab the inhaler as fast as you can. My son Khalil, he can't live without his inhaler, but they're expensive. The big drug companies charge families like ours $600 a month. And you know what they actually cost to make? $5. Just $5. That's why Senator Tammy Baldwin launched an investigation to crack down on those companies. And you know what? Tammy Baldwin got 3 of the biggest drug companies to lower the price of inhalers to no more than $35 a month. Tammy Baldwin, that's big savings for my family. And for a lot of families, we're breathing a lot easier. There are politicians who do a lot of talking, but Tammy Baldwin, she delivers.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I'm running for Senate, and I approve this message. I don't work for the drug companies. I work for you. Paid for by Tammy Baldwin for Senate.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as 1 business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know whether it's a new home or a new car. You've worked hard to achieve your dreams, and we work hard to protect them so you can enjoy the utmost peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
1017 The Truth, Sherwin Hughes for Axe Housing. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. If you work with Axe Housing, you'll average around $800 a month. No matter what barriers you think you are facing, Axe Housing will have a coach on staff that can assist you today. You can get started on a virtual home buying orientation by going to axhousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. And you can be well on your way to becoming a homeowner. Do not let where you are financially today get in the way of your bright future. Axe coaches are here to help. That's axhousing.org.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Boy, that was great having Jasmine in. Truth Nation, our girl Melanie Ricks is back. Tune into the debut of Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks' new digital show on YouTube on Wednesday, August 21st at 6 p.m. Every Wednesday, Melanie will break down the latest in entertainment, sports, pop culture, and all things Milwaukee. Make sure you do not miss the debut of Nothing But the Truth digital show, Wednesday, August 21st at 6 p.m., streaming only on YouTube.
That's what's up. That's definitely going to be a great show. I love me some Mel. Y'all make sure, again, subscribe to our YouTube. Our numbers keep going up.
Yes.
We need you.
Yep.
We want you to make sure that you don't ever miss a live show or even a show that you want to download as a podcast. So definitely, again, subscribe to the 101.7 The Truth channel on YouTube. Now, speaking of love, we love to support the Black-owned businesses in the community. So make sure tomorrow when you tune in to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, it is Black Friday. And Telly and I will be shouting out all of the Black-owned businesses powered by We Energy. So call in tomorrow. Tomorrow, call in. Make sure you call in at 8 a.m. so you can shout out your Black-owned business, excuse me, or your favorite Black-owned business by just simply calling 833-212-1017. Black Friday on Truth Be Told is powered by We Energies. And did I mention that it is free 99?
Yes,
it's
yes,
free 99,
indeed.
y'all.
Right. What would be the harm in shouting out your Black-owned businesses? What will happen? Your business may grow. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Why you say it like that, Telly? You crazy? He said, oh. But no, I'm like, in all seriousness, Truth Nation, it hurts my heart when we have this platform every Friday and we might get one text, maybe a call here and there.
Yeah.
You literally have a free platform. People from all over the world tune in to The Truth. And so if just 10 people heard your shout out, that's 10 more businesses, or excuse me, that's 10 more sales that you have for your business. You are for profit, correct? So again, tomorrow at 8 a.m., I'm going to pray that at least 10 businesses, Black-owned businesses in Milwaukee or southeastern Wisconsin, call in and shout out the business. Or if you know someone who has a Black-owned business, shout them out as well. But y'all, for real, free 99. It's free marketing.
Absolutely.
Like Telly said, what would be the worst thing that could happen? Revenue! Profit! You a fool, Telly. Speaking of foolishness, I don't know, Telly. I got mixed reactions on this, but Usher right now is trending after postponing the opening tour spot in Atlanta. His home, what he claims is his hometown. You know, he was born in Chattanooga, but he was raised and claims the Atlanta, ATL, Georgia, as his home. And in an IG post yesterday, Usher revealed that he's trying to prioritize rest and wants to return to the stage at 100% for the fans. Some fans, Telly, they're supporting his decision. Others are sharing their frustration. So really quick, in a statement, Usher says, for my 30-year plus career, 100% of my blood, sweat, and tears, have gone into putting on the best performance and creating a memorable experience for my fans. I have every intention of doing that for this tour as well, which is why I have to postpone tonight's show, and that was last night, and reschedule it for a later date to give my body a second to rest and heal. That was part of his statement that he released on his X and Instagram account. Reactions, Telly.
Yeah, well, during the break before last, I called my sister, who is flying from St. Louis to Atlanta to go to this concert. You know, she had a reaction, and what she has been told so far is the show that she is supposed to attend, which is Saturday, is still on. But as we were going back and forth, it would be odd for him to just cancel one show and then say, okay, my body is recovered and I feel, now I can continue the tour. Most of the time they will cancel dates with an S, not just one date. So before we hung up, my sister said, well, if you hear anything else, let me know.
So here's the thing, Telly. It's so coincidental because when we had guest co-host yesterday, Tony Smith, on the show, you and I and Tony led the show with talking about once you hit that 40 mark, it changes in terms of the capacity and the bandwidth that you have. Now, 3 things I want us to consider about Usher. Number 1, he's 45 years old. Number 2, he's had a residency in Las Vegas for, I think it was I know I went in 2021. I want to say he did a nonstop, back-to-back consecutive residency in Las Vegas for a good 4 years. Then he was the headlining performer for this most recent, or no, was it this year, the Super Bowl?
Yes.
He performed? Yep.
Yes.
Do you know what it takes? And I don't know if you've ever seen a documentary that artists like J-Lo, she released one, Lady Gaga released one. A number of artists that have performed during the halftime performance during the Super Bowl have literally published documentaries. It is very engaging, demanding, laborious, and it could be exhausting on your body. Well, right after the Super Bowl, Usher announced he was going on a world tour. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you, Telly. I think it's very ambitious. As much as I love Usher, and Lord knows I love Usher, I think it's very ambitious that he went from a residency to Super Bowl and then trying to do, I think it's a 30-city tour.
Yes.
Back to back to back.
Yes.
That's a lot.
It is. And I think that, once you commit, you're committed, and these ticket sales have already sold, but it was, and a lot of people said that maybe he should take at least 6 months off, if not a year, because last year Usher had a year full of winning. Got the key to the city in Vegas. He got another award that's escaping me right now after the Super Bowl. But he is
it was during the BET Awards. Didn't he win the Lifetime Achievement Award?
Yeah,
the Icon. Something. Yeah, during the BET, because remember they kind of allegedly altered his speech.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's right. That's right. Yes. And then he was honored. So, I mean, this has been a big year. And when you're riding that high, as much as that high is, it can still become very exhausting. And then you have people that didn't get a chance to see you in Vegas. And it is going to different cities to see you. I know my wife is included. She's going to see him in Miami in October. And so there's people that have made a lot of plans to see him, and for him to, for it to finally hit him. Now, I get it. I mean, because it happens to us every day at around 9 o'clock.
Man.
It hits you, and then boom, your body just shut down. And so maybe he thought that he would have the energy, or just to be like, you know what, I'll just keep it going. Hopefully it is just, okay, let me just get me a good solid couple of weeks here. Let me get some good rest, and then I can, I'll be straight. Hopefully that'll be the case.
Well, this was obviously a very difficult decision for Usher to make, considering that he made it the night of the show. When we come back, we want to hear from you, Truth Nation. 833-212-1017. Did you have tickets to go see Usher? Do you have tickets to go see one of Usher's show? Is he right? Is he wrong? Should he sit down somewhere and prioritize his rest? That and more. When we come back, stay locked in. You're listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We'll be back.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Get your tickets now to the Milwaukee Gala that helps empower communities and change lives. Join us at the new rooftop ballroom of the Baird Center for Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Black and White Ball, celebrating legacy and impact. It's all happening on Saturday, November 2nd, with entertainment by Shantae Moore. This event will sell out. Get your ticket and sponsorship information now at tmul.org and click on the Black and White Ball link. That is tmul.org.
Over the past 20 years, Wisconsin has seen a huge increase in reported elder abuse cases. Elder abuse is the verbal, physical, emotional, sexual, or financial abuse of a senior citizen. It can also be the intentional or unintentional neglect of an older person. Wisconsin's population of seniors 65 and older is projected to grow significantly in the coming decades. That's why we all share the responsibility to help protect our seniors by recognizing and reporting any signs of elder abuse. If you believe that elder abuse has been inflicted upon yourself or someone you know, please report it. Call the Wisconsin Elder Abuse Hotline toll-free at 1-833-586-0107 or visit reportelderabusewI.org. Respect our elders. Report abuse. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Justice.
This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $120,000 with 100% funding by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/the reason to get started.
We still have some problems out on the roads. 894 westbound, right about at Loomis, we've got an accident blocking the right lane. That's backing things up all the way back through the Mitchell Interchange, almost to the airport spur on the northbound side. So be careful with that. Northbound 4394, slow out of the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. Southbound on 43, heavy from Silver Spring all the way down past Keefe. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, windy, rain likely with a few storms, a high of 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and storms, a low of 69. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you are getting ready for the weekend, as it is, as Telly says, Friday Junior, Friday Eve. And some of y'all, again, shout out to those who got their direct deposit today.
15th. Ooh, first and 15th.
I was like this. Wait a minute.
Hey.
It's the best.
But
I was like, that just hit. Yeah. I was like, it's the 15th.
But see, what we always talk about, we rich for about 92 minutes.
What'd you say? The direct deposit hits at 8 a.m. by 9:30. You broke again. No, we're not going to say that. We're not going to say that, Telly. We thriving. We rich, y'all. Money. A million. Speaking of, we were talking about the Usher concert, but I don't know if y'all knew this. Telly just gave me breaking news. Y'all probably knew this. I did not know Lil Wayne was coming to Pfizer Forum on October 19th.
Yes, he will be here, and I plan on being in the building.
Man, hook me up. Look, here comes the black person. Hook me up, man. Let me get a ticket.
Shoot. I'm saying I'm trying to be in the building. I didn't say I was guaranteed in there just yet.
Lil Wayne, if you're listening, can you break Telly and I off with a couple of tickets, please?
That's all.
Each.
We ain't
2
gonna
tickets
cause
each.
no trouble. Yeah, we ain't gonna cause no trouble.
No. Well, hey, if you need it for us to open up for you. A milli. Speaking of superstars and concerts, on our YouTube message board, Maine says, I hope his concert is not canceled in D.C. Who is that we're talking about? Usher, baby. Yeah. Usher Raymond, yesterday, as he was scheduled to kick off his tour in his hometown of Atlanta, 6 hours prior to the show, his team released notification, as well as probably Live Nation and all the other ticket outlets, that the concert would be postponed. And of course, needless to say, Telly and Truth Nation, there were a lot of mixed reactions on social media. One of the comments was Usher should have taken a year off. Going on a tour a few months after a long residency in Vegas is a lot. I agree, especially with the Super Bowl too.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of preparation.
Yeah, and you've seen Usher, and I can only imagine. It seems like he puts a lot into his shows. Like, it seems like it is worth the admission. From what I've never heard a bad thing about or someone being disappointed from an Usher concert.
Let me tell you how bad you got to be, brother. Let me tell you how bad Usher is, and I mean that in the Michael Jackson way. Usher, remember the Usher Bucks? That
yes. He's
a fan of the gentlemen's clubs, and this brother is so bad. He was selling Usher money, fake. You know you got to be bad when you pay for fake money. Okay. Second of all, not only did I fall for the banana in the tailpipe by buying Usher Bucks when I saw him in Vegas, afterwards, Telly, the show was so incredible because now I can't speak for those that saw him in Vegas last year, but I saw Usher when he was at Caesar's Palace. Mm-hmm. And it was 5 different experiences, 5 different rooms.
Wow. Plus,
if you got VIP, you got to meet Usher, and we did. And I'm not even going there. That story is DT After Dark story. I'll just put it that way. But when I left, I felt Telly that I owed Usher money. Wow. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So if you are planning to see Usher, and I hope that he gets his rest, because one of the things that I don't want Usher as a fan to experience is compromising the quality of his show due to exhaustion. Mm-hmm. We've seen many artists, they push themselves, and then they pass out on stage. They got to walk off stage or get carried off stage. My only thing is, Usher, I feel you. I think you should get some rest as well, because we love you. Your fans love you. But 6 hours before, like, people make arrangements.
Yes. And people, like, everybody that was going to attend that concert in Atlanta doesn't live in Atlanta. And for that to take place, hopefully he gets the rest. It's funny because when I hung up from my sister, she was like, well, look, let me know if you hear anything about the Saturday show. And then she just texted me. She said, I'm listening. So, Shell, I don't have any new information for you, but again, if we get some,
sister. Let me see if there's any. Let me see if there's any updates. I'm doing some fact checking now. On our Truth Talk and text line, Ricky, we gotta hit the really button on this one. LT on the Truth Talk and text line says, "I'll be at Taylor Swift's T Swizzle, yo." Really?
Yeah, really.
LT also says Janet Jackson is starting her residency after her tour. But see, Janet Jackson, she knows her age. Janet Jackson's 58. If you go see Janet Jackson, I've seen her at Summerfest recently. See, Janet Jackson knows I'm 58, so all that it's all for you. She slows it down. She might give you a 1.5 step versus a 2 step. See, Janet Jackson, she understands the assignment. She got all her background dancers doing all the work. And she was like, and then when she does anytime, she sits on a little bar stool. See, she knows.
Yeah. And for you to give that experience at the Usher concert,
he's giving you 100,000%.
He's giving you 100,000%, but that's every night. That was just the night that you went. So to do that every night and do it 2 or 3 consecutive nights in one city, man, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Ladies, if we ever cross paths in person, remind me to tell you about my Usher experience. That's a DT After Dark story. I've shared that story with only a few individuals, but ladies, hit me up. If we see each other on these streets in Milwaukee, be like, DT, tell me about that time you went to the Usher concert. Bow, chicka, bow, bow, 7 o'clock on the dot. No, I'm just playing. All right. Anywho, but yes, Janet Jackson understands that she's 58. She's not going to be doing all of the it's not even choreography. Usher is up there with Michael Jackson. He's just not human. Well, he must be human if he needs to take some rest. If you are going to the Usher concert, 833-212-1017, are you cool with Usher taking some time off?
Oh man, she just texted me again. She's in Atlanta already. She arrived yesterday.
See?
Oh man, yes. So hopefully he's back on. Yeah. You gonna have some people upset at you if you don't get right.
We don't
by
play
Saturday.
with ours. You got sitters, and that's why I told you, Lauryn Hill, she could literally have a free concert in Atkinson Park in Milwaukee, and DT would not be there
because she wouldn't be there either.
Because she wouldn't be there either. Man, yeah, no, it's interesting. I'm torn between whether or not Usher should prioritize his rest and take a year off. But Telly, you made an excellent point during the break. He is at the top of his game right now. He's like you said, the male Beyonce. Mm-hmm. And so you definitely, as an entertainer, want to leverage when you are hot, because you could be hot today and not so hot just in a matter of weeks. So this is difficult. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision.
Yeah. I know it's tough. It's a lot to weigh. It is a lot to weigh because do you take that time to cool off? But first and foremost, you got to make sure you take care of yourself, your well-being. And if there is a need, or he felt the need, like, look, I'm not feeling right. And maybe, yes, you talk about the timing 6 hours before the show, but in all seriousness, I'd rather him cancel the show than to go against his gut feeling and go out there and pass out. Or something, there's a medical. So, and as we always talk about, DT, as we get older, you start to listen to your body more.
What?
You
ain't got no choice.
Yes.
It makes noises.
Yeah. You start to listen to your body more. And
look, that noise. Was that my knee? What was that?
So yes, absolutely. If you think you need some time off, and that's just not for entertainers. That's for everybody. If the day-to-day grind, it could get a lot for everybody. And as we say a lot in our community, life be lifing. Sometimes you need a time out. Sometimes you need a break. You need a day. If you need a day, and you much rather take that day than to ignore what your body is telling you, and then things don't turn out that well the day that you say, I'll be fine when I go in. And then it may all go downhill that day. So I give a shout out, but for the people such as my sister that, made arrangements to get a flight to Atlanta, to pay for the tickets, and has made a whole weekend of this after planning for this for months. It could be disappointing. So it's tough. It's a tough place to be in.
Yeah, man, because it's a process to make a decision on who you're going to see, because everybody's on tour. It's like after the pandemic, and I get it. Artists, they had to make up for the revenue that they lost during the quarantine of people. So they're like outside. Artists are outside. They're touring. My thing is, just like when New Edition had their residency in Las Vegas, what was it? $1,000 for front row seats? $1,500?
It was quite ridiculous, actually.
Yeah, so we make decisions. It's a whole process when we go see people perform. Because, like, for example, I'm debating on, and I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, Justin Timberlake will be in Milwaukee also in October at Fiserv Forum. And, of course, I've seen him a trillion times, and I'm trying to debate, do I want to see him and go see the Bears play in London, or just go see, and see, now that you done threw in Lil Wayne, because I've never seen Lil Wayne in concert.
Yeah, me.
So
yeah. I
would really love to see Lil Wayne.
Yeah, so hopefully it works out again, and hopefully Usher is getting the rest that he needs. And we were talking about all the stuff during the break that he's been through over the last year. Not just his residency, he got married, has a new kid.
Babies. He got 2 more kids.
Yeah, so I mean that's a lot to always juggle every single day, because
he has like 3 adult or teenage adult children, like between like maybe 17 and 20. And then he's got 2 new babies, like 2021 and I think 2020. He had 2 children with his most recent wife, who he married, as you had mentioned, in February of this year. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Usher busy.
Yeah.
He got baby mamas. He got kids. He got bills. I get it, Usher.
Hey,
have a seat.
For sure.
All right. Well, we're going to keep you posted on Usher's tour as more developments come through our pipeline. We've got a lot of people coming in on the YouTube message board. Maine says that he and his wife got tickets for the 20th in D.C. And so
he said he got his
as of now, you and your wife are still good.
Yeah, I think y'all will be good. Usher,
is that August 20th? August 20th in D.C.?
I mean, if he's going to be in Atlanta this weekend on the he could be. He could be. I don't know if that's August, though, because the 20th is like a Monday or Tuesday or something, right? Yeah, it's a Tuesday. I don't think he'll be. Usher ain't having a concert on no Tuesday.
I mean, I honestly, again, because here's my fear, Telly. And I know as we wrap this story up, I don't want to hear a report about Usher Raymond collapsing due to exhaustion.
Yeah.
And so as much as fans are frustrated with his decision, we also got to look at the long game. See, there's short game, there's long game. Mm-hmm. So short game could be, okay, let me please my fans and go out here. Long game could be, your body is telling you no. Your body is telling you to sit down.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody all the time. You just can't.
No.
And I'm learning that more and more as I'm getting older.
But you'll be able
your body don't lie.
You'll be able to please my sister if you call her and give her the Usher story during the break.
Hey, let's do it. Is it time for break, Ricky? Because I love to tell this story. I don't know. This is what's your sister's name?
Chevelle.
Shell.
But we call her Shell.
This is like a Tito's at the bar.
Oh, she's with that too.
I am too.
Yeah, she with that life.
So does she ever come to Milwaukee to visit?
Not often, but I am hosting Thanksgiving this year, so she will be here come November.
Okay, well, Shell, if you come to Milwaukee for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna tell you and I are gonna sit down and have a drink, and I'm gonna tell you about, because this is definitely DT After Dark. It's a great story. Every time I tell a story, like never had one person I'd be like, oh, shut up. I'm like, right? You don't have to come.
Hey, you already know it's gonna be a good story when you say drink. We're like, we're not gonna have a drink. We're not gonna have a cocktail. We're gonna have a drink and talk about this.
DRANK. You are listening to the best morning show. When we come back, we're gonna give you 2 things. We're gonna give you a quick truth or dare with Telly, as well as our truth of the matter. We thank you so much for tuning in. We love and appreciate you. Stay tuned. You are locked into the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We'll be back.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash Giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
This is Community Heartbeat, presented by Outreach Community Health Centers on 1017 The Truth.
So we do have a drug take-back box at Outreach Community Health Centers. So if people have medications at their home that they want to get rid of, they could bring it to our pharmacy and we'll dispose of it for them. Anything that's not being used, anything that's kind of out of date, even antibiotics, any other medications, definitely it's better to safely dispose of it, and definitely don't flush it down the toilet because that puts it back into our drinking water supply. So
why is that a bad thing, Annie? Why do we not want to flush our medication?
Yeah, so it contaminates our drinking water. It contaminates our waterways, so our rivers and lakes don't benefit from all of those medications entering into the water supply. And we don't also enter. We have great drinking water in the city of Milwaukee, but they can only filter out so many of the pharmaceuticals. So as much as we can to reduce the pharmaceutical supply in our drinking water, we'll all be better off.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as 1 business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Truth Nation, it is Benjamin from Jamming with Juice, and I want you to join me and my Truth team at our free and open to the public 2nd annual Truth Family Fest Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. There will be live music, free haircuts for kids, free backpacks filled with school supplies, and delicious food. We can't wait to see you on Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Truth Family Fest is presented by Associated Bank. Your money works here.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
When you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes until my
Fun fact, MC Light was my first concert, followed by MC Hammer.
Really?
MC Light came to Evansville, Indiana. I'm sorry?
Who else was there with her? Do you recall?
Did you not hear me say where I saw her?
Oh,
Evansville,
okay.
Indiana. Look, she's like, I'm not paying to bring nobody else. They can barely pay me. It's gonna be me. And I forgot her DJ, but he was so fine back in the day. I forget his name. But yeah, MC Light. Shout out to MC Light, one of the goats of hip hop. That was my first concert, and I lost my mind. She had the, oh man, and she still looks good. See?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Look at MC Light. She looks better now because she takes care of her health, and she knows that. Look, I'm making real money now. Because a lot of those hip hop artists that we adore, they didn't get paid when they was out here in the 80s and 90s. They didn't get paid. Like I remember Teddy Riley, he said the first time he got a real check, are you ready for this, True Nation? Teddy Riley, living legend R&B producer, big in the 90s, New Jack Swing music. Teddy Riley said the first time he saw real money was when he produced Remember the Time with Michael Jackson. That song came out in like 1992.
Wow.
And Teddy Riley was producing hits since like, I'm thinking of like Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown and back in the late 80s. Yes. First real check.
Wow.
So yeah, shout out to MC Light because she is definitely getting her checks now. On our True Talk and text line, we were talking about the Usher concert. Really quick before we get to Truth or Dare. The caller says, the Usher is also a very talented dancer who can cut the rug like James and displays vocal ranges that is versatile, which is reminiscent of Prince. The brother is the one who carries the baton of R&B greatness that has passed on since Jackie Wilson. And that is very hard to be able to do, is dance and sing as part of a live concert. So again, Usher, get your rest. We're praying for you. We'll keep you updated for those that are planning to attend or have already purchased tickets to see Usher during his tour this year. All right, we're going to give you a quick version of Truth or Dare. It is Friday Eve, Thursday. Telly, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Now, you can take a dare if you want.
If we have time.
Oh, we can make time for a dare. All right, you know what? I'll tell you what. Since we're going to close out with Truth or Dare today, I'm going to keep it pretty light for you. Is that okay? I'll keep it light.
All right.
All right, here we go. Train or plane?
Ooh.
Train or plane?
I take more planes, but I enjoy the trains. I enjoy the train rides like that I take to Chicago. It's very peaceful, very chilled. But my typical mode of transportation is plane. So I'm gonna go plane.
Okay. R&B or hip hop? You can take a dare. You can take a dare.
Nope, because
R&B.
you're gonna try to have me rap something or something. Nope. R&B. I
feel like you just said that just to be saying it. You're like, yeah, R&B.
I'm gonna reflect my age, and I ain't out here talking about trapping or anything like that. So yeah, so let's go R&B.
All right. Here we go. Iced coffee. I think I know the answer to this one. Iced coffee or hot coffee?
Oh, I'm a hot coffee guy. You know that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've never walked into a Starbucks and asked for like an iced anything.
Yeah.
Coffee to me was made to be hot.
Right.
But I'm not knocking those that. Yes. All right. Art museum or natural history museum?
Ooh. I'm a history buff. Yeah, I like history. Yes, so I'm gonna go history museum. Art, I don't know if I'm just not sophisticated enough to understand art at the level that a lot of people do when they go to art museums.
What do you mean you're not?
I just because I mean.
But hold on, let me clarify, because I'm a big art person. Art is not about you understanding it. Art is about how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
So that's what good artists do. They create, and they want you to feel whatever you feel when you are experiencing that art, whether it's performing arts, whether it's visual arts. That's what makes it creative, because that's why I love jazz, because you can determine what you want that song to feel or sound like. So yeah, it ain't about being sophisticated.
Yeah.
You go to an art museum and however you feel when you leave, mission accomplished.
There it is.
All right, last one. What's worse, laundry or dishes?
Dishes. Not a fan of dishes. Usually with laundry, I'm okay with that because I don't let it pile up too much. But dishes, there's no way I can let it pile up.
Well, I got some right now in my sink looking at me talking about, where are you going? You better come and get us out of here before you leave. All right, Truth Nation, we thank y'all so much for tuning in. It is Friday Eve, and you've got 9 more live consecutive hours of Milwaukee Black Talk Radio. We love you. We appreciate you. Again, make it a great day. Tell somebody you love them. And seriously, as one of our listeners said earlier, check on your friends that live alone.
Yes.
Check on your friends that live alone and go outside and walk. Move your heart. We love you. Make it a great day. We'll see and hear you tomorrow, Lord willing.
Peace out.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to one of the most controversial basketball stars about his road to redemption. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
It's Dr. Ken Harris, and you can watch me now live on YouTube every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m., and you can watch the best radio show in Wisconsin by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Watch me explore the issues which are shaping our community while also having fun discussions, pop culture, current events, all kind of stuff going on right here on YouTube right now by subscribing to 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Vice President Kamala Harris.
Talk with your listeners to remind them of their power and the importance of voting. And the folks in Milwaukee turned out for me and Joe Biden in 2020. You showed what was possible.
U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you a racist?
Absolutely not.
Is Donald Trump a racist?
Absolutely not. No.
And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
Thank you all for speaking truth to power. That's the most important thing, because right now there are those in our community who would rather we just be quiet.
Right.
We have to disturb the peace now more than ever.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on